Whiskey Happens. I'm Garrett, that's Travis. And today we are talking about a bean product that I've honestly never purchased before.
Little book, everybody, little book.
Little Book, Chapter 7, and 118 proof. It is a mixed batch. I have the little ticket here, and I'm going to try to read it, so bear with me, because I'm going to be squinting.
It's very small.
Yeah, it is. And you know what? Like, I wish they would embiggen it. Is embiggen a word? Or is
No, you just
make
made
it
that up.
larger. Make it larger.
You just said embiggen.
It's a comic book term. You Miss Marvel fans know what I'm talking about. It is a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old, a 10-year-old rye, a 9-year-old, and this is covered by the label, so there might be a six straight malt, finished in apple wood smoked barrels, 4-year-old, and then another 4-year-old rye. Recipe number 10, 750 mils, 2023.
I've heard this is really good, so I'm excited about this, though.
It's an interesting blend, and I wish that last one wasn't cut off for however old the straight malt whiskey is.
Let me see that.
Yeah. Again, I had to read it because it was a lot, and I wasn't going to memorize it, but the print is tiny.
It is tiny. He did misread one thing. I have to correct. 18 year.
I thought I said that.
No, you said 16.
Didn't I read them both?
No, it's 18 and 17. You said 16, 17. And it was off because I got really excited because there was an 18-year aged bourbon in here. Because you know me, I like the old stuff.
He is an age-hound.
I'm an age-hound.
That's a good pop.
That was a good pop. But yeah, I'm excited about this one. Heard a lot of good things, but we'll see. You know, I think a lot of people, though, have been turned off by Booker's and Little Book. I think a lot of people have just gotten, you decided to pour me a heavy hand this time. Thank you. But I do think a lot of people have gotten turned off. Like, I don't think, you don't hear as much about it anymore. It's not really allocated anymore. You can pretty much find this one, all the batches for this and the Booker's, pretty much readily available now. And I think it's because, one, the price has gone up.
Yeah, what's the price bump? About $25.
Yeah.
So this was acquired at retail. You may see it for $250. Mm-hmm. But yeah, official price bump from last year to this year. And I do think that while we're on the subject, like, it is a thing. If you notice in your liquor stores, more things are sitting on the shelf as prices rise. And I'm not saying bourbon distilleries, whiskey makers shouldn't try to do something to combat the secondary market. Sure. But I think, like, the way inflation is going right now, raising the prices of bourbon or libations in general might not be what consumers are going to respond to well.
My concern is going back to when we've had the bourbon ups and downs. So my concern is that bourbon's going to get too expensive for a lot of people, and people are going to go to other liquors. And that means, because you don't see a hike in tequila, you don't see a hike in vodka, gin, anything else. You're only seeing a hike right now in bourbon. And so I get concerned with that. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I definitely think we're going to see a downward trend of bourbon where we see a lot more on the shelves. But I think it's overproduction, and a lot of people just aren't paying the money they want to pay anymore for bourbon.
Well, yeah, I think it will lead to overproduction because as things sit, people are still, you've already produced whatever you're going to produce, right? Bourbon takes time. So I do think that we'll probably see some effects of that going into next summer.
Yeah.
Even in some of my stores in Austin, I see they're rolling back their upcharges, if you will, in the bottles. Mm-hmm. And there have been some price reductions in stores circled around. Like, anyone that, I guess if you're in Texas, you saw how the release of the King Ranch was handled with the last year's retail price advertised, and like 2 days later they hiked up the price, and now it's just sitting on shelves everywhere.
It is.
On sale in most liquor stores, sitting, taking up shelf space.
And if you haven't seen the review on that, go back a few videos, check out our review on it. It's actually really, really good. So it's good bourbon, just it's a little pricey. peanut brittle.
There's a peanut situation going here, but the first pull I got was so ethanol heavy. It's 118 proof, so I expected a bit of ethanol, but
See, I'm not getting much ethanol right now, but I've been smelling it a little bit more than you have while you were talking. And so...
saying I talked too long?
No, just saying. I didn't say it. But yeah, I'm getting peanut brittle. I'm getting a lot of...
There's that brittle.
almost like
Caramelized peanuts.
a caramel... a caramel apple a little bit. So it's good. I like the nose. I enjoy it.
I do. For me, it's I'm not getting that apple. It's very corn forward for me,
Okay.
but also not a bad thing. It's a pleasant nose either way.
Good. Let's get into it.
Now, for me, the first thing I taste is rye, and I tried to control my face. I did. But the peanut kicks right through, right? Classic flavor. And I think once I move past that, it's brown sugar, and it reminds me of like nougat, like a Milky Way.
So for me, I love this because it is very strong. Don't get me wrong. At 118 proof, it drinks higher. I would say maybe closer to 128 is where I'm seeing this. It definitely drinks higher than 118 to me, but I like that. I like that warmness that you're getting from it. I don't think you can drink a lot at one time, but it's so rich and decadent. But I think a lot of that goes to the fact that of the age statements in there, and I like that kind of age funk that you get with a 20-year or a 18-year or a 15-year bourbon. You get that. You don't get it's not rich. It's more of a, I don't know how to describe it. It's not a richness. It's more of it's a decadent thing.
I think it's I was going to say decadent, like very, very chocolatey. Mm-hmm. Chocolate.
He's come up with more words today. I know. It's all right.
Chocolate forward note. Gotcha. And again, like that nougat thing is just really sticking with me. Like this is dessert. This is
Smell it now. It changed since I tasted it. Now it smells completely different.
It's definitely opened up more. Slightly floral, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm getting the nougat as well that you're talking about on the smell now.
Yeah,
and I don't know if it's because you said it, but it's. I'm excited to try this on ice. So,
if I had to guess, I'm going to say it's going to turn into rose lavender bathwater.
I'm talking peanut butter and jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, and a baseball bat.
Did you hear the slurp on that?
I did. I feel like I'm in an Asian den where they're eating soup.
You ever had a toasted peanut butter and honey sandwich? That's what this tastes like to me. Or a toasted peanut. You never had a toasted PB&J?
Yeah.
This tastes like toasted peanut butter and honey.
Baseball bat.
Yeah, and halfway in Plankton in my mind, it is.
It's so easy.
It's a home run.
It's so easy to drink. Like, I'm not gonna lie, putting this on ice takes it from 118 to about 90. Like, it is so easy. Like, that is the easiest sipping 118 that I've had in a long time. I would think it would still have some of that stringent of 118. It's all gone, which is awesome.
Yeah, and the lingering note I'm getting is kind of like pear, like Asian pear. Mm-hmm. That's just like sticking with me. Not harsh at all. It's very forward or sweet.
Oh, that is super interesting.
I don't think I had enough. I think my ratio is off.
Your ratio is off. This, to me, is Nutella and peanut butter mixed together.
I've never had Nutella.
I'm sorry. It's really good.
Chocolate and hazelnuts, is that what that is? Mm-hmm. Yeah, never had it. Ever. I would never eat it.
This is a peanut butter cookie That is really good. I am normally like, that's really good with a little bit of Coke. I'm surprised.
Peanut butter cookie, you say? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Mm-hmm. So obviously, as we've tried this, is peanut, which shouldn't be a surprise to you if you're a Jim Beam fan whatsoever.
No.
However, it might be a turnoff to you if you are not a Jim Beam fan and you're just trying Little Book for the first time.
Or you're allergic to peanuts.
Maybe. I don't know if you've ever tried it then. Or you would even catch that. I don't know if people are allergic to peanuts, if they tasted a Jim Beam product, what would that know?
That's what they should do, because then they've missed out their entire lives on peanuts.
True. I guess that's the closest thing you could get to it.
It really is.
And a little more jammy now, I would say.
I like this so much that I have almost finished this. I'm gonna make you go get me a bottle of this because I couldn't find it here, but he found it in Austin. I think he saw more bottles. I'm gonna get him to get me a bottle of this. This is good. If it's in your area, buy it. I'm telling you. I know it's $130, but 150. But at the fact that you can have it neat on the rocks and in a Coke, and to me, you can have it any of those ways and not be disappointed. That's a win. To me, it's a win.
No, it's a
Check
lends itself to
box.
a lot of versatility for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't expect this. Like peanut butter cookie is a perfect way to surmise that.
Yeah.
Like a warm, fresh out of the oven peanut butter cookie.
Holidays are coming. This is your drink. I'm telling you right now. You could mix this with a lot of things. This would be great in old fashioned. This would be great in a lot of different things. This is a banger for the holidays. I'll give you that.
I would be interested to try this in old fashioned.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. No. I didn't mean to say old fashioned. I said old fashioned because you said old fashioned.
I know.
I'd be interested to try this in a Manhattan.
Oh, okay.
Because I always think that, for me, Manhattans just seem like pretty straightforward and there's no room for pizzazz.
Yeah.
But I think that this could add a little bit of extra. Yeah, I said pizzazz, so what? But that's what I think.
I like it.
I think this is going to be the first time where I'm going to change this up a bit. I say, drink this how you like it. I think it works, like Travis said, all three ways. There's nothing that I would say leans me over one way or another. If someone said, hey, do you want some Little Book Chapter 7? Sure. How do you want it? Whatever.
Yeah.
That's the way I'm taking it. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, this is definitely a situational bourbon. Like, so it by what I mean by situational is like, you can have it any way you want this one, and you're not going to be disappointed. It just depends on what you're doing. It's hard for us to find one. We're both kind of like, wait a minute, this is not a normal thing for us. But I think we're both very impressed and very surprised by this bottle because this was on the whim buy for you, right?
Yep.
Like it was just something like, oh, I'll get it.
Here, I'm going to get it.
Yeah. So that'll do it for us tonight. We're not going to tell you which way we like it because we like it all three ways. Menage a trois.
Doesn't matter if you like it neat, on the rocks, turn to Coke. Whiskey happens.
Cheers.
Menage a trois.